It looks like we have
Check the
first,
mic and make sure it
let me make
sound
sure
right,
everybody's in the
boys.
room. We got Gavin. It's funny because there's two people waiting right now, and it's Gavin and Inkin. If y'all remember, those are the two dorm chiefs.
It's a rivalry. Yeah.
They're still rivals. They're still rivals at this point.
Oh man, Spell should be on here. Remember when he was the guy for the Beast Monitor,
Yeah.
and they almost got fired.
We got all right, man. So to kick it off, I'm gonna say it's cool. Time goes by so fast. I'm so glad I have at least some of you on a call together right now. For everybody watching right now, these are some of the finest, the realest men that I've met in my lifetime, and I've graduated from college twice, and I can say this graduation to me was one of the most rewarding. So to kind of give you all an idea of how close we got, we had 8 shower heads, and we showered together every day, twice a day.
Toodle ahead.
One was broken.
Oh my goodness.
We showered again, so we did that. I mean, we spent a lot of time together, and that stuff goes a long way. So how y'all doing, man?
Dude, time flies. It's a whole different beast. I'm actually at Lackland right now, and it's so different being on the other side. It's 100% different.
Where
Wait,
you at,
you still in BMT? You still got a training camp?
Yeah, they've washed me back. I've been in for the past 3 years.
Wash back 3
Well, you sound like Kemp.
No, I'm in canine school now.
like Kemp? He had to bring up Kemp.
Hey, remember that time Kemp was singing, and we had that Matt Sawyer from across the hall came in. Who's in here singing? Me.
It's time to sing our favorite songs. Everybody line up.
That crowd was so funny. Dormitory chest hut.
Oh my
We're
god.
gonna sing our favorite song.
Hey, Duncan, you look a lot older, man. You used to be like a kid. Now you look like a grown man.
On G, man.
I had to do some growing up. Definitely.
That man got engaged and everything.
Yeah.
I'm so
just
sorry for your loss.
No, not at all. Not at all. Just bought a new Toyota Tacoma yesterday too.
Damn,
Out here
that's
trying to make
nice.
some moves.
All right,
Hell
so
yeah.
check this out. So a lot of the people who are going to watch this are probably going to be people who are about to go into BMT in a couple of months or in a couple of weeks, because that's who's like they're dying to know. They want to know what it's like. They want to know what they're going to have to face. They're scared, or some of them might think that it's nothing, whatever it is. So whoever wants to go first, what do you think was the hardest part about BMT, and what was the easiest part about BMT?
I would say the hardest part about BMT is one day you're on a plane on the way, and the next you're in a room with how big were our flights? Like 50 people?
It was 42 was, I think.
And then you're in a bed with 42 other people, like, what the fuck's about to happen? And
We're
you
not in
have
the
to
same
quickly
bed.
get-
We're not in the same bed. We're in the
Well, I
same
mean,
area.
same thing.
He said, "You're in bed with 42 other people." Hold up, bro. Hold up.
The big ass
That's the old Lackland.
2012 Lackland.
But honestly, man, it's a new grounds, man. It's a new grounds. When I was at Ramstein, I was talking to people because we've been in about to hit 4 years now. We'll hit 4 years this summer. Man, I was talking to some people at Ramstein saying like, "Hey, how was Basic through this whole COVID situation?" They said Basic was fun. Basic was fun. Like what? Man, I tell you, they said they went to Beast for 1 day.
1 day.
For 1 day, they went to Beast, man. It's a whole different, bro. It's a whole different grounds, man. Honestly, but
And they're probably at Disneyland.
yeah, I was completely like just blown away when they said like, yeah, we had our phones like every other day. They had us in the hotels. Like they spoiled them, man. They spoiled them. I was like, y'all don't know hard work, man. Y'all don't know about, we had what they say, man. We had to earn our shoes. Then we had to earn our name tapes. Then we had to earn our jobs, man. Like I really
Remember getting the name tape?
The name.
Yeah, we didn't have name tapes, man. We were nobody.
I mean, nobody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
those
We was all
ugly-
trainees, man.
The ugly, the old man sneakers that we had to wear for the first couple of days.
Oh my gosh. Do y'all remember when we were going to church and we were the sneaker weekers, and Hawk and McNeil went back to the dorm and changed it to their boots and came out. I was so mad because everybody was spying on us, but they just sitting there like we was not gonna get roasted on. I was like, man, y'all just sitting here. I had to, you see the shirt, man. Peep the shirt. I had to do it right. You feel me?
Hey, I got it right here. You see it?
You got it on. Hey.
I definitely didn't lose mine.
I still got
That
it
never happened.
everywhere. I've been in Costa Rica. I've been all over the place, and I wear it everywhere. I still got all your names in the back. So that's
Yeah,
how
man.
I actually added y'all to this.
Let me get my shirt.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was on my flight?
Me
Let me look at
and
this shirt.
Roman, Gradney Spell, and some people from Brother Flight were all in Ramstein together. I'm going to my squadron PT. I walk in. Tell me why I see a jacket of our flight shirt and I like the hoodie and it's sitting on the freaking bleachers. I'm like, oh my god, like this is mine, y'all. Like this is my flight. Like, and everyone's just like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, no, it's not. I'm like, nah. And I ended up hitting Roman, and it was Roman's hoodie that he left there.
Whoops.
Well, I'm sorry. Back to
Man,
your question. The
how about
hardest
this
thing
flight?
about BMT, man, for me, I would probably say like,
Getting hit in the nuts.
don't nobody know about
Let me
that
let you
but
know.
y'all. So why are you sitting here? This is live right now, man. Watch your mouth.
Miller,
Everybody
They gonna know
knows.
tonight.
that was an episode. We created a whole
That
episode.
was, man. We talk about that all the time.
I don't even think whoever's listening to this, just you didn't hear that because they're not ready.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah. Okay, so the easiest thing, the best thing about basic, or the easiest thing about basic, maybe was I really feel like coming together as a flight. Like it just happened so natural, man. Like I think second, third week after Sergeant Hensey was like, man, 612 blowing y'all out the water. This and that. We were just like, man, like we all got the mentality like,
I
nah,
think
it's not gonna happen like
what
that.
the secret to success was Cody
What?
Burkhart.
Had to lose the weakest link.
No, I think we had a few people, man, that I think I remember with a smile on my face, but I think they slipped through the cracks and so wait, but everybody here, I remember we kind of our PT was on point, our test scores was on point.
So thanks to our education monitor, Kabil over there.
Man, you were. Yeah, you were the best education monitor, man, honestly. And then Mosher, you know what I'm saying? All muscle,
Hey, listen.
I haven't heard
all
He's
this.
muscle, he got us right.
He was out here with me and Travis, man. That dude, up to this day, that dude still lifts, and he
Really?
walks everywhere too. Everybody bought a car, driving around. Nah, this dude walks like probably 2 miles to work every day,
He's a
and he just
sweetheart.
gets bigger and
Jeez,
bigger. Every time
man.
I see him, he's just like,
Wait, who
Didn't
walks
he have like a medical job, right?
who
Yeah, he's
goes
Yeah.
to work? Mosher?
Yeah.
because
He had like a medical job.
He's at your base.
Yeah, he's at Travis.
Dang, you should have
And this
told him about today. I haven't. I remember the last time he and I talked. I was teaching him Spanish so he could learn how to talk to girls in Spanish.
I'm dead. He was already pulling them, bro. We ain't have none, man.
Yeah, I didn't
All the
even.
muscle he got, it was like Johnny Bravo.
I think he was. Yeah,
Exactly.
I think he was just being greedy. He wanted the English speakers and the Spanish speakers.
Yeah.
I think the last
He could get him
thing I
too.
taught him was "Estás buena," which is like you look good. So, man, Mosher. There's a lot of people that I remember, but they kind of everybody just went their separate ways.
Yeah, man. I do my best to stay in touch with y'all. Me and Granny talk on the regular, man. He was with me for my last birthday. We met out. He's at dang, what base you at? Tinker. I was about to say Tyndall. He's at Tinker, and I'm down here in freaking Laughlin. This pilot training base was nothing but like it's like 20 officers to one enlisted. But I drove I think I drove 6 hours that way, and we all met up in Dallas. I was just with Roman. He's down here in Lackland, so I just met up with Roman. But yeah, I do my best. I'm actually about to head to Florida this weekend, Cabillo. So, and I think I'm gonna go to Orlando. One of my boys from Ramstein's out there in Orlando. I might go see him. He's on leave.
Hit me up, man. This weekend, I'm in Orlando. That's where I bought a house out here. So
Hey.
This man, if Cabillo touched, bro, if he freaking touched the freaking city, bro, he gonna buy a house. I'm telling you. That's how it is, bro. If he put his foot on the ground, he gonna buy a house.
I bought a house in Arizona. So if y'all go to Arizona, Tucson, hit me up. You can stay there for free.
Nice,
And
nice.
I'm living over here in the Orlando area. So check this out. So the, a few people that are enlisting right now, they're probably wondering, is it harder mentally or physically? What do y'all say?
Mentally,
I, mentally,
Mentally.
definitely, definitely. I
mentally.
think
I remember we lost a guy. I can't
Definitely.
remember his name, but we lost a guy like 3 days into the whole thing.
Oh
I have
man,
no idea who he is, and
He
everyone
was a
I don't
good,
remember that
he was
was
a
person.
so
good dude,
The
upset.
one that I think the one that we felt the most was it? It's not. Was it Shoemaker?
Shoemaker,
Shoemaker. We lost
Shoemaker,
Shoemaker,
Xavier.
and then we also lost another guy who at Beast. He's the one I felt it for the most. So he's
Oh,
like
Cheatwood.
almost
Oh,
there.
That was Cheatwood.
Yeah, Cheatwood.
She
This
Cheatwood.
guy
would.
was like almost there, man.
I have no idea who the hell that is.
Because Roman be high most of the time.
Yo,
Mm.
Hey,
And then like,
we got somebody coming in right now. This is one of my favorite guys right here.
see, I
Garcia,
was going for right
I
here.
told him to join.
I
he ain't
don't-
gonna say nothing. Bro, when I take it, every time I pass Garcia's bed, his hat would be like Chris, bro. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Chris. I'm like, bro, you been in the military already. You had to
That man was
be.
the epitome of the Air
It's
Force.
crazy 'cause
Hey.
Garcia. I seen a lot of his. I followed his. I can't see him right now, but I seen him on Facebook, and he's doing like his thing, the marching and the. He's doing like
Oh yeah.
presentations,
Honor guard.
and that's what's crazy is that even at BMT, that was already his swag. Like he was already doing like he had the perfect hat and his marching. I remember even what was it, Sergeant Dow, who was all hardcore. He used to tell him.
Yes.
He used to tell him.
Oh
He was
yeah.
like, trainee, that's some good marching right there. And
Garcia was, yeah.
Garcia's on point, man. He
Dude,
clean.
me and him with those hospital corners were fucking pro. Pro.
hey,
Don't fucking me in hospital
I'm
corners.
still proud of the fact that I was able to get away with pop-tarting the bed for a long time.
Oh, yo, we figured out real quick. I think that was
We had to, man.
Hey,
We had
the
to.
best, the best time we had, man, was them when we go in the day room and have them talks. Like, figuring out, hey, we need a game plan for tomorrow.
Yeah,
I
man.
think one of the points was when like it's like we kept getting every day is like something new, and I think one night we all just went in the day room like, hey, we need to figure out something else than this freaking making our beds in the morning. And I
Yeah.
think the first time we tried it, we are like, all right, EC gonna wake up at like 5. And I remember that morning, everybody got up early, bro. And everybody
yeah.
like half made their bed,
Mhm.
brushed their teeth and ready to go. By the time,
We got
they're like, hey, be on the wall. Like everybody was already there. I think it was who was I think it was Hinsey. He walked and was like, wait. So yesterday y'all didn't make 7 beds, and you telling me today every bed is made and you had like
Yeah.
people to spare. He's like, who woke up early?
Bro, yeah, too. I don't even
Tell your
realize
job.
year was challenging, man. I feel like since the time I kind of joined was challenging, man. Even going to my first, I went to my first squadron, and after a while, they was like, "Hey, we're terminating your position. We're sending you somewhere else." Like, and I'm just like, just going with it, and everything like that. And I go to this position, and I'm in this position for like 8, 9 months, and I'm talking to my supervisor. He's just like, "Oh," like, and I'm like, "Hey, sir, I don't know nothing. Like, I need to be trained," and like, he's not even training me, man. But yeah, it's like so many different things that you like encounter and stuff, and you're still learning. And oh man, like, I really feel like even tech school was a joke for me. I don't know how it was for you guys, but even for me, I feel like it was a joke. It was just kind of like, hey, we're kind of just gonna throw you out there and let you swim and stuff. But I feel like now this is my second duty station. I think Roman about to head to his third or whatever. We all have different experiences and things like that or whatever. But I'm grateful for where I went, and like they gave me a chance to leave early, but I was like, I was sent here for a reason. God sent me here for a reason. I need to find out what it is. And like Burke saying, man, like things are like, getting better. I had to humble myself. And like I was just like, man, I joined the military and I did this and I got through it. And it was just so me, 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 me. And I had to really humble myself and say, like, hey man, like I'm in something bigger. It's not just me, you know.
That's what I'm
And
talking about. Damn it, drink,
yeah.
drink to that. Damn it, Miller.
Yeah, man.
I got to
Hey, man,
drink.
I'm also drinking to Bert. Getting a line number, man. Congrats, bro.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yo.
Thanks. Hey, one thing that I tell anybody like coming in, and even for you guys, like I think, never forget the reason you joined. You know, like I never forget that reason. Keep that. Always keep that. Keep it where you can see it because it's easy. It's so easy to lose your way. You know, once you join and get caught up in all the stuff that's going on in your duty station, it's so easy to lose your way.
Garcia,
Oh, look what we got in the
and I
house.
ended up meeting him
Garcia in the
while I
house.
was in
Yeah,
Germany.
yeah, ese
He told me,
grupito ahí me lo
like,
desbaratan.
Ese grupito ahí, man. Yo, let me take
What's
this
going
to
on, guys?
one of my favorite stories, one of my favorite parts of BMT, to be honest, was Sundays. Because Sundays was church day, and I never went to church once. I stayed in the dorm. I stayed in the bay.
Me neither.
With hey, look, we got the other dorm chief in here now. What's
the
up,
other
Clark?
dorm leader.
Clark, by the way,
Dorm chief.
hey, I want to say, Clark, you're in Africa. I know that it's probably like what 5 a.m. for you almost. So thank you for calling in and making it. It's good to see you, man. I'm glad you're doing good. And,
Bro, look at all the bags under his eyes. God dang, boy.
man, you sleep.
Bro,
Like a
sleep is
bellhop carrying all them bags. Take a laugh.
Hey, real quick. What we should do is go through what our rank is, duty stations we've been to, and what our job is. So when we talk about things, people kind of understand where we're coming from.
Roman, shut up. No, I'm saying that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
That's a good. Hey, that's a good point.
That's a good idea.
Where you
What's
live?
up with Miller? Go ahead, Miller, because I'm just
A1C Miller here, sir. I'm a 3F5 admin technician. I work in CSSs under commanders. I've been to Ramstein Air Base in Germany, and now I'm stationed in Laughlin Air Force Base, Texas. So I'm out here in these streets. You feel me?
That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Roman.
Oh, Lord.
Security Forces, senior airman, and I went to Ramstein for 2 years, deployed to Africa, Korea for 1 year, and currently I'm in TDY to Lackland for K9 school.
That's what I'm talking about. Bert, go ahead.
Senior Airman Burke, staff select. Been one duty station, Travis Air Force Base. Trying to leave, but they're trying to hold me, man. But hopefully, something. Been deployed to Qatar so far. Have a couple T2Ys, but they're all here in California for school, so that's all.
All right, go ahead.
Does my mic work? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm Senior McGratney. I've been stationed at Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany with Roman and Danny. I'm a security forces too. I'm a cop. I was in Africa for a few months. That was cool. And now I'm stationed here in Oklahoma at Tinker Air Force Base.
That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Garcia.
Senior Airman John Garcia. I'm an aerospace medical technician, and I'm stationed in Lackland Air Force Base.
All right, Lackland. That's the where.
Have you ever left the base?
Yes, for tech school.
Oh, you went to Shepherd?
I was in Las Vegas.
What's the other one?
No, he wasn't at.
Oh, you went to Nellis?
He's still knocking all of us out of the water.
Nice.
All right, then Clark. If you're there, Clark, go ahead.
Senior Airman Gavin Clark, C-130J Loadmaster, stationed out at Dias Air Force Base in Texas. Deployed once to Djibouti, Africa, where I am now, and I'm here for the next 3 or 4 months.
Bro, OPSEC, bro. I'm due OPSEC.
You're my shit.
Just realized we're all minorities, man. 2 questions. How do you feel about being a minority in the Air Force?
You minority.
And with the
I'm
resiliency
awesome.
days that they've been trying to do often, what's your take on that? Is it really helping anything?
Half the Air Force is minorities.
Who the fuck said that? Who said that?
I'm in security forces, though. It
I'm
ain't
trying
all
to say-
white people.
Who said that?
So, how quickly can we
Roman has a good
raise?
point. They treat us all pretty much equal.
No, I don't
What'd you
know.
say?
The whole Tuskegee Airmen thing.
Yeah, I'm listening, Gavin.
Yeah, it's the whole, like, Tuskegee Airmen and, like, how they paved the way for black or, like, basically people, minorities flying and whatnot. It's definitely, like, brought everyone together in the squadron, at least. that flies like closer together. I've been trying to push for like an all-black crew or whatever. That got smashed down, but
That sounds racist as fuck.
that got shut down real quick.
No.
But whatever. I tried my best.
That's like saying we want an all-white crew.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like
That doesn't
all
apply in
white.
my unit, man. That doesn't apply in my unit. Everybody's a toilet. We had a guy that was sexist. He didn't like females, and
Yeah.
he would treat them like shit. But he got caught for that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's like treated
He
differently
was
or
an
anything.
NCO.
Sexism and racism has no place in the military.
Whatever I say, whatever. I want it to be like, hey, me and a white guy or whatever color guy, we all have the same qualities, all went to Ramstein for 3 years, all came to Laughlin for 3 years, same amount of coins, whatever. Is one thing about us that's different or whatever. Find that one thing that you want, but don't let it be skin color. Don't let it dictate. Don't let that dictate what's going on or whatever. So,
minorities. One thing you gotta remember, bro, no matter certifications you got, how many awards you got, qualifications, or a person that has nothing at all, they base a lot of things off vibes. Like your communication skills without actually talking, like the way you walk, the way you sit there and listen. You know, I've seen a person that literally had no certification when I first got to Ramstein, but didn't even QC yet to the VCC. And normally you have to QC first, you know, finish your CDCs or this and that when we first got there. And I guess because she was a nice person, very respectful, and maybe the vibe a person gives off or a certain traits they see in that person is best for that position. You know, I've realized the same thing. Like, come from Ramstein, you know, 2 decorations, you know, deployed, you know, I was helped leading my flight. Like, we got, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. We had a excellent unit when I left, you know, and coming here, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that don't matter. You know, they seen my list or whatever, and they seen, like, people had nothing compared to stuff I've done. And it was like, oh, we like this person's vibe better. We have a better connection. We going to choose him. We want you to sit here, prove yourself. Show us the type of person you are. Show us the connection we can build with you, your traits, your skills, you know, and progression. Like, show him, like, when Burke was saying, like, you don't like something, do something about it. You know, like, I was feeling like the same about my flight. I felt like an outcast. And, you know, I stepped up, started doing small things, putting this and this together. And now we slowly on the right track of becoming better and better as we go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it isn't about what you do. It's about, you know, how you connect.
I like that, man. I'm gonna drink to that. Good job, Brad. That's what I'm talking about. Make some noise for that.
damn, that man just preached to me, the lawyer. Like,
Not no more.
So, all right, look. What I want to know from y'all is, what was your favorite memory of BMT?
the guy who freaking
Don Gilmore was
we were
cool.
all I think
Don
we
Gilmore
all
was
had
cool.
on like shorts or something. This one guy wore pants.
Oh,
And he was like, why are you wearing pants? Give me a 341.
That was
And he was like,
right now.
I ain't got no more 341s.
Right.
So I was like, oh man, I got extra 341s. He was like, Miller, why do you have extra 341s? Give me a 341 for having extra 341s. I was like, what the fuck? Are we not a flight? Like,
You're supposed to have only 3.
I think that was right now.
bro, I was mad, bro. I did not like Gilmore, bro. I feel like I was in his office so much. I got a U for that's what it was. I got a U for the week, and then I was something else, bro.
I wish he was here.
Bro, we were the best flight. We were the best flight out of our whole freaking dormitory who graduated around that time, bro.
Gilmore, he told me he hasn't had a flight as good as me.
Man, not just dormitory, the whole graduation.
Bro, we were the best flight, bro. If freaking that one guy Hector, if he would have done better on his fucking test, we would have swept BMT, bro. We got PT excellence, we got dorm excellence, we had beast excellence, bro. If he would have got one more question right, bro.
No, him, any one of us, dude. Well, don't blame it on him. I wonder how he's doing, man.
Bro, heck,
Kids, don't get married.
Nah,
they listen off
Get a
Fujita.
prenup.
Yeah, get a prenup. That's the best advice I ever heard.
Damn, Cabillo, that hurt me.
Yeah. I'm telling you. You know what
Hey,
happens?
Cabillo was like,
You know what happens in the military and in the government? Divorces are so common, but what happens is we get married when we got nothing, so we don't think about the prenups. But then as time goes on, we start accumulating like retirement. We start buying maybe a house or
Real
two,
estate.
and then we get divorced, and then that's when our spouse
They take half of
they
your
take
shit.
they take half
I
of
don't
they
agree
take
with
half
it.
of everything that they did not earn.
Take
Yo!
care of
Back in the
people.
position of attention right now.
Yo!
Damn thing
Oh, we got a
working.
special.
Give it up for the
Hold
GOAT.
on. We got the GOAT in the room right now, the greatest of all
We got
time.
the GOAT.
I gotta introduce him because the people that are gonna watch this don't know who I'm talking about. This is Sergeant Hinsey, one of the greatest
Mask
one of
off.
the greatest sergeants that we ever come across. Because Sergeant Hinsey, thank you for making it. Because I think we all have good memories of you, even
Thank you.
years later.
Hell
Is this
yeah.
mic working? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes,
went through so much
sir.
trouble trying to get logged on here. I wasn't sure. So, but yeah, it was
Yes, sir.
it was a good time. I'm glad you're doing this. This is really cool stuff right here. Putting this together, social media and all that stuff, staying connected. It's a really good.
Yeah. I was telling a story about you
Future
earlier, Scott. I
president.
remember you coming in and you were just like, hey, you all signed up to be here. Nobody forced you. I'm not going to yell. I'm going to tell you what to do. And you're going to do it. And I was like, okay, cool.
Not that easy.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, I like
Yeah,
it.
I've had other conversations with other flights as well. I had a female flight one time. She was kind of stubborn, and same thing. I gave her that talk, and then I was like, "Look, if you don't want to be here, just say you want to go home." She's like, "Yeah, I want to go home," and I told her exactly how she got to go home. I said, "Go over there, sit down, don't listen. You'll probably get arrested, but you'll go home, or you can go clean the latrine. Go do." She went clean the latrine. So she's in the Air Force.
There you go.
She's like, oh, the latrine ain't that bad. How you doing, Sergeant Hinsey? Where you at?
I am.
How your I think you got
Daughters.
two daughters,
I'm
right?
still here
How are
as
your
an
kids?
MTI, except I'm not at the 22nd anymore. I got hired up at the MTI school, kind of like the tech schools y'all went. So then I was an instructor at the tech school for guys, the MTI school, and then eventually moved instructor supervisor position, and now I'm the commandant of MTI school.
That's what I'm
So,
talking
yeah.
about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, real blessed.
Awesome. Yeah, Roman's down there like yeah, I was just down there this past weekend with him. I hope to see you. One of the sergeants that I was with out at Ramstein, he just got picked up to be a
Oh,
TI,
this sounds
so
familiar.
he's out there.
Did he
Sergeant
come through
Cal.
just recently?
Cal.
Yeah. Yeah, I see all
Yeah,
the
he
names
just came
now.
there. Yeah, he just
I'm not
came through.
assigned to one
He's a
class
good
anymore,
guy.
so I kind of see all the names. I can't picture them right now, but I'm sure I could find them if I wanted to. But yeah,
Okay.
I got two daughters. I think
Yeah,
y'all are already done with basic training. But my story, I'm divorced, and my kids they live with their mother. But one of them lives with me now, so that's been real cool too.
Hey, that's
Putting her
a
through school.
Hey,
that's a good situation, Sergeant Hinsey. I'm divorced too, but he doesn't live with me, so I respect that.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
it's a big change whenever you bring a
Can I
kid
say
into
I'm
the
currently
picture. You know, as
divorced?
a single
I'm
parent
currently
and trying to
divorcing.
do this military life game, whatever, all this all in one. It's a juggle, but
Difficult.
it's fun.
A hard
Yeah.
So
juggle.
Sergeant Hinsey, so for a trainee that is coming into BMT soon, that is coming in with a family like I did, what would your advice be to that trainee?
Just one of the things that we always teach to people when they show up here is the core values, which y'all know what they are, right? You know, but which is called service before self. It doesn't mean service before family. It doesn't mean that, but there's a subcomponent of it, faith in the system. So you sign up and you come faith in the system that it's going to work for you. Do everything you can and within your power to set them up for success while you're gone. But just have some faith in the system that when you get here, if you have any family problems or you have any situations, that they're going to help you. And there's plenty of outside agencies and all that stuff in the military to help you and your family get through the time as you transition into the military. So That's the biggest thing, is just kind of have faith in the system and speak up. If you got a problem, let an instructor know. That's what they're there. They're there to help you and your
That's what I'm talking
family.
about.
Sorry, Henzi. So I'm gonna share my story. So I really like what you just say. Service before self, but not service before family. I really struggled with that while I was at Ramstein. I literally I would get called in the middle of the night. I would get called in on the weekends to come and do just like little things like that. And I would be tired. I'll go and I'll do my I'll go do private orgs. I would just go sit and do AADD. I would do all kinds of things. And when it came to the weekend, and like I said, we're in Ramstein. You can go travel and do anything. My wife was just like, "Hey, let's go out this weekend." I was like, "I'm recuperating. I'm tired. This, and that." And I let her down so many times, and she was just like, "Hey, I don't want to be here no more." And we had to ERD because she was just like, "You're so committed to work." So that was something I really struggled with, just making sure that I didn't put that I was
Yeah,
always
it's
putting
easy to
work
get away
before
from you
family.
if you don't balance it. So there's a what's called balancing act. I don't know if y'all remember some of
Yeah.
those facilitation courses. Did y'all go through Airman's Week, or was that already dismantled when you did it with the
We did.
No,
instructors?
we did it. Yeah, we did it.
In Airman's Week or with me?
Yeah,
Y'all had Airman's
We did
Week,
Airman's
right?
Week with Bulldogs.
Yeah, y'all went to Airman's Week. So they dismantled that and they broke it off and put it into BMT to
Airman's
make
Week.
some of those lessons align with the week of training that you're in, instead of going through all this basic training and then teaching you these things that you probably could have used. They broke it down and added a week to the overall deal so that
Oh
you can
wow.
learn of it like that. So there's that. If y'all recall, there was one called Balance, and balance is, it's never achieved, and if it is, it's so short-lived that you're right. You can sit here and focus on your career, is what you're telling me, but something else is being put to the side, which in your case is your family. But then there's some people that will focus so much on family that they're putting their career kind of second. So it's always a balancing act, and if you ever figure it out, it's only going to last that long, and then you're right back into somebody's calling me in on the weekends, or the family wants to go on a trip, or whatever. So you're always balancing. My thing is, and I've been in the military like 17 years now, so I learned the hard way as well. I got a bunch of deployments. I got like 5 deployments, lots of TDYs, 6 bases, all this stuff, right? So it all adds up. The work side will catch up to you, and then if you're not careful, Miller, I know it only says Danny, but I remember you, that you could end up in somebody's shoes like me. And here I am, a couple more years, I'm eligible for retirement, and I don't have that wife with me no more. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you do what you're supposed to do so that when you get to the finish line, you got everything that you started with. And sometimes it's as simple as actually cutting out some time in your schedule. Every 2 Saturdays, take your wife to a dinner. It can be kind of planned, but you can still be spontaneous with it. Military resources, like not necessarily military, but educate yourself on things like this. Like I didn't know all these things existed, and almost until I came here as an MTI, we didn't have Airman's Week when I came through. So I really did learn all these things the hardest way, right? But now we got these lessons, and I came back here as an instructor, and I see them and I teach them, and I'm like, man, I can apply this to me. So, I mean, I'm still learning, and I'm old compared to y'all. Y'all still young. So, I mean, they're not just space fillers. They're actual classes. They're there for a reason. Yeah. Where's everybody at? That's what I want to know. Where you at, McGrady? Where you at, Grady?
Shut up, man.
Where are you stationed at, Grady?
We already did roll call, but we can do it again.
Oh, all right. I ain't never been there.
I'm out here.
Is it as lovely as I hear?
By the way, Sergeant Kinsey, so since you're asking,
No.
If I would,
If I'll say this much, if you I'm about to say, if you into partying a lot, like it's a buku colleges out here. If you party hard, week in, week out,
a couple weeks to recover.
I don't do that no more.
I don't do that no more. I got that out in Germany.
How about you, Gavin? I think I seen you. Did you come through here not long ago?
Go ahead, Kabir. What were you gonna say?
Yeah. No. Well, I'm stationed in Dias.
What's that?
I'm stationed in Dias.
Dias. That might be what I don't know why.
I'm in Africa right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get to go there. I almost had some deployment there, but I didn't get to make it. How about that? How's it out there?
It's cool.
I'm still here.
Garcia, where you at?
Who's that Lackland?
Garcia.
Garcia?
Man,
You never left?
Roman and Garcia.
He never left.
We should have just gave you a campaign hat.
I'll take.
What, are you still in tech school or what?
What?
I don't know. There's like some 2-year tech schools these days.
No. My tech was half year long. It was at Fort Sam.
Jesus.
After that, I went to Nelly in Las Vegas for another 2 months, and then back here to Lackland. My time for movies up now, but I don't know where I'm going yet.
Oh, okay. And then how about you, Roman?
2 years in Germany, 1 year in Korea, a few months in Africa, and right now I'm at Lackland for K9
okay.
school.
Where'd you go? Osan?
Busan.
Okay, I didn't get to make it there.
Busan is amazing.
It's all right.
Yeah, I had a good time.
time?
I was in Korea back in 06 and 07. It was a good time.
It's different now. A lot of those places that you guys used to go to, completely off limits. And then with COVID, it was like, yeah, you're not going anywhere. We're just
I
doing
didn't go to any
exercises.
of the establishments that would be off limits these days. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I never left the base.
You get a haircut, get a massage.
Man. So from a TI perspective, sorry, Henry,
Lately?
how has
Like within the
BMT
last year?
changed?
All right, y'all ready?
They probably
Yes.
whine more now.
Yes.
Don't do anything.
So, one of the things we covered since y'all
I hear
left
it.
was that the Airmen's Week was dismantled.
Wow.
Then what that did was allow the trainees to stay in the squadron an extra week instead of going to Airmen's Week, right? And then they opened up Airmen's Week to an entire line squadron. So the 326 is a normal squadron like the 22nd was. And because when I went through basic training, I went through the 326 and it was a normal squadron. It wasn't no Airmen's Week stuff. So that's one change. And then, minor changes along the way. But when COVID hit, I think all the other branches stopped basic training for a short period of time, but the Air Force never did. We kept going. If anything, we might have took in a few less. Instead of 800 or 700, I think we got down to 500 or so per week. But instead of the squadrons being mixed up, remember how all the different weeks of training were in one squadron? Mm-hmm. They eventually realigned them all to be in the same week of training. So if you were to go to the 322nd right now, they would all be in the second week of training, all 18 to 20 flights. So what that allows each squadron to do is ROM. Y'all call it ROM out there too?
Yeah.
So the trainees or the recruits will show up.
Yeah.
They will spend 2 weeks in that squadron, and instead of traveling to go get haircuts and going to get shots and going to get uniforms and all that stuff like y'all did, now all that stuff comes to them, and it gets done there in the squadron. So it mitigates them traveling around the base, possibly spreading anything. They do quarantine there for 2 weeks in their squadron areas. They don't just stay in the dorm. They still go outside. They learn drill. They work out. They do everything like normal, but they keep them separated from other squadrons. And then let's say in the worst case scenario, somebody does show up and does test positive for COVID. They'll take that individual and move them to a dorm. You know how when y'all go TDY or something, you get those dorm rooms, almost like tech school? You have your own room. They'll put a trainee in there. And then it's considered isolation. They're not locked in there in prison or anything. But we consider it to be isolation because they have their own room instead of mingling with many people in one room. And so and then after they become healthy again or what have you, then they'll just put them back in the flight. And they don't even really recycle them unless they really stay in there a long time. Normally they go right back into the flight that they came from. And they just catch them up. So with that being said, we've had to reduce the amount of drill. Since we don't allow family members on base right now, there's no parade ceremony. They only have retreat. So now we don't have to teach as much drill. That was able to chop off so much drill and few other things, very few other classes, but mostly drill, and all that transiting stuff that we used to do, all that stuff was considered a waste of time. It saves so much time that they've actually removed a week of training now from basic training. So it's 7 weeks now instead of 8 with the Airman's Week like y'all had. And they're looking at if there's a little bit more to trim and maybe even cutting another week off possibly. But that's something that's up in the air still.
Okay.
So a lot of changes in BMT.
Easy stuff.
Jeez.
A lot of changes.
Another-
Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
even
man,
like
that's
if
a lot.
like let's say that trainee gets sick in the dorm, they'll take them out and move them to their own dorm. That flight will now become what they'll consider it to be quarantine, but they'll start bringing food into the dorms. Remember how y'all weren't allowed to have food in the dorms? They'll kind of feed them in the dorms, and they still come out and stuff, but they'll try to still try to protect everybody's health. They're doing a pretty good job at it. I mean, for the most part, like I said, when y'all came through here, we was pushing about 42,000 trainees to airmen in a year. I think last year we did 36,000, just to show you like how little we slowed down. And I think this year they're trying to go back up.
Oh yeah.
What about
Beast? Been initially was reduced, and then it's been coming back again. So I don't know if it's a whole week anymore. It might be 3 or 4 days. And once again, they figured out how to trim it to still give them all the same things that you guys got to do. At one point, they stopped doing the chamber, where you wear your gas mask and all that. They kind of stopped doing that, but I think they're bringing that back. But for the most part,
They better bring that back.
Important. That was the best part.
they do everything y'all did. They just do it a little differently. And so much so that it has been able to save a whole week of training.
No wonder these new airmen are so entitled.
I've been saying that since I was an airman. Yeah, don't get caught up in that. I'll tell you one thing I learned from a chief that one time is he told me that there's no better generation than the one we got right now. So,
What do you mean by that? So for the youngins that are coming in, what do you mean by that, Sergeant Hinsey?
Oh, really?
I like to picture it in because everybody's proud of their time, right? Like I've done some cool stuff or whatever, and it was fun. And I'm proud of it, but it's not the way that they still operate today. They operate in a better way. So there's nothing better than what we have right now. We're not going backwards in time. We're going forward, and things should get better. So although we have this greatest generation of all times, and we had the Vietnam, everybody's did their part, and it was the best at that time. But you know what I'm saying? You can't. If Vietnam was to go against today's military, or Vietnam was to go against, World War II, there's nothing better than right now. Nothing better than right now. And it goes with everything. That's just war talk. Okay. I mean, look at the amount of training y'all receive. There's times where people will go through the pipeline. 2 or 3 weeks was basic training a long time ago. Now we're actually giving you financial classes and human relation classes and all these other great things. So we're learning from previous generations, and it's making us better. Yeah.
Are you guys doing diversity talks with the trainees?
It's been a real big thing this last year or two. So, yeah, we have down days. We talk about it. We get it all out. Listen, understand. Understand's a big thing.
Do you think it's healthy?
So, Sergeant Hinsey,
you think it's healthy?
It's working. Yes, I do. And there's no light switch fix to anything. All right. So, these things take time, and over time, it will continue to get better. Yeah, definitely. For sure.
So, Sergeant Hinsey, have you gotten better at your Jodies?
Oh man, I probably got worse at them. I haven't been doing them. I go out there, and the students, the new MTI students, they got to bring their Jody game, and we just basically get a whole lot of left, right, lefts.
They don't walk anywhere, Cabillo.
That's true. They don't go anywhere, so they don't need it.
Well, I'm talking about the instructors. We do the instructors. We make them do PT still while they're in their MTI school, and they do their Joby games. So, but yeah, I think when it was y'all, what was y'all like? My second flight, third flight?
You said we were
We
your
go- we
first.
were-
First.
Oh, y'all the first one. That's right.
Yes.
What was your
We
first
just got
one?
out of
What were your
training.
first?
We were your first flight.
First flight.
Yeah.
611.
And it was either us, it was 611 or 612. And you kept saying, hey, 611, 612, killing y'all.
Was it a
612
female
got
flight?
it together.
There was a
612,
female
we was like,
somewhere.
all right.
That was with
Now it was
Gilmore,
a-
wasn't it? Our Gilmore?
Other flight.
That was
Gilmore,
our cousin
Oh man,
flight.
that was Gilmore's like second
We
flight.
still got our shirts. I think some of us got our shirts right now. I don't know if y'all can see. If y'all can see
Yeah,
me
I
on the
got my
camera.
shirt on right
I got the
now.
shirt right.
Mine.
Yeah, I still got all mine in my closet.
We are lightning fast.
I would wear mine, but mine's too damn small.
No, you just feed them.
Granny, shut the hell
Yeah,
up.
I remember
do that
y'all's
to you.
feedback.
Oh my
Now
God,
I
man.
asked, "Hey, give me some good or bad. What I need to work on?" And y'all were like, "Y'all need to work on your Jodies." I remember this. I remember this. Yeah, it did get a lot better. I think I had
Yeah. I can't believe you remember me.
You were the
They have
biggest
Miller
pain in the ass in the whole fucking
a
flight.
big one.
What you mean?
Bro, I'm not the one that got freaking recycled. What was his name?
Bartlett.
Bartness or something like
You're the
that?
only man. You're the only man in 5 years at the
Archibald?
fire department there.
And Sergeant Hizzy came in and he was just like,
Nobody
how many
was
guys want your brother back?
It didn't-
He went and got his
Wrong. Didn't work. That didn't go as planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Here you go.
Hey, I think
Sir,
he came back in tears,
that
bro.
was a
He did
script,
not
right?
Say again.
You taking one of the trainees and recycle. That was a script, right? That was a plan.
You can't give
Whenever
away
he
secrets.
he got recycled but came back in the same day.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
that
was the plan.
it's a tool that we have as instructors. I don't want to talk too much on it in case trainees
No,
watch
that's
this, because
Mhm.
recycling is a thing, right? But
Okay.
also there's many other tools that can be used. For him, we could have recycled him.
MTI tools.
Yeah, like push-ups. That's another one. So,
Like motivational
but yeah, he
tools.
could have been recycled. But me and Sergeant Gilmore, we were both very young instructors. Y'all got to remember, y'all were my very first flight, and that was Sergeant Gilmore's, if I remember, his second flight. And we talked a lot, and we wanted him to come back, but we wanted y'all to want him to come back too. And
Nope.
y'all didn't want him to come
No.
back though, so I had to
We
just figure
didn't.
out a way.
You're the laziest
We talk about that all the
ever.
time. It was like, who wants him to come back? It was like three
Yeah.
hands. So it was like,
We
okay,
had to give
everyone
him
else
a chance
wants him
though,
to come
because
back.
people they adapt at different rates. Not everybody adapts at the same time. So I wasn't done with him. I don't usually give up on too many things too easy, anyways, even if it's somebody that's stubborn.
I like Sergeant Gilmore. I had a great experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think it was good.
awesome.
Yeah, Sergeant Gilmore, he ended up going from the 22nd to Beast. And he did some time out at Beast. I don't think he did quite a year, and then ended up PCSing. He's up north. I forget,
He's at Minot.
not Minot, but somewhere up north. I forget
No,
what
he's at
base.
Minot.
Ellsworth, maybe?
Because I've talked to him recently.
Why do you know this,
Not
Is
Captain?
it Ellsworth or Minot?
Minot.
It is Minot. Yeah, a lot of instructors did get Minot out of here. So, but yeah, I kept up with him, and I still text him every once in a while. Oh, Gilmore.
I remember once I got to tech school, I think I sent Sergeant Hensey an email. I was either tech school or my first duties. It was my first, and I was just like, I just want to say thank you, sir. It was crazy getting to Ramstein, but like this is just to say thank you, man, because I really feel like I really liked his attitude and how he led us. I really did. I remember he was just like, "Hey, I'm either going to
that's
y'all or
right.
612," and I was just like,
Because that's right. Because there was a Sergeant
please
Sherling
send
there
this
at
man
first, and he
to us.
injured his back, and I was supposed to be on the other flight. Yeah, you're right. I remember that.
That was the best thing that could have ever happened.
That man sounded.
Yeah, we didn't like that.
That man
Hey, I
sounded
remember y'all
really.
got top PT flight.
Yeah, we
You
saw
got Beast Excellence, and then you
Yeah.
got Runner Up. You had Runner.
Tried to get into the Air Force officer school, but they got a very limited roster space. So the Army said, "We'll take you." So
Okay, weren't you like reserve or something?
reservists, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Dang, my memory is.
Your memory is flawless. Your memory is flawless. You remember everything. Sergeant Hizzy, the last thing before we get ready to head out here for the newbies, what's your piece of advice as somebody who's a veteran? Veteran meaning like you've been in for a while, who's been a drill instructor. What's your advice for anybody coming in?
My advice: volunteer for everything.
That's crazy because that's the opposite of what we just said like 30 minutes ago.
Good thing I wasn't here yet. I would have disagreed. Volunteer for everything. You only got one life. What do you want to do? You want to have fun, or you want to sit on the sideline?
Yeah, but after BNT, you can volunteer for stuff, but not
Maybe. I didn't volunteer in basic training.
Give me a laundry duty.
I don't even know if I had a job. I can't remember.
I volunteered in BMT and I ended up cleaning bathrooms.
Once, it's okay. It's okay. You're gonna volunteer. So the way I used to set that up in maybe not y'all. I was still learning how to be an instructor, but after y'all left, I would ask people like, "Who likes the outdoors?" And they would raise their hand. I'd be like, "All right, you're my pad crew," you know. And then I would ask other questions and who's got a little bit of OCD? And all right, y'all gonna be in the laundry room, the utility room, keeping it organized. And then I say, who needs some extra study time or something like that? And they'd be like, I do, you know, because I don't test real well all the time. I'm like, are you my laundry crew? You just want to put it in there and study when you're just waiting. And then who did I didn't call yet? And I'll put all their names down. All right, laundry crew. Or not laundry crew, latrine crew. If you didn't volunteer, you got the bullets. That's how I learned how to do it. Yeah. So, but once you get into the operational Air Force, I volunteered for everything, and I've got to see so much stuff. I got to do so many things. I only missed like one opportunity because of an injury one time. But other than that, you know, like some of the stories y'all shared already, you know, TDY to Germany, I've stationed in England. I've been through Italy for a few weeks, all over the United States. I did a year in Korea. Some of the deployments, I went through Qatar and Kuwait and Afghanistan and Iraq and Kyrgyzstan. I forget some of the other places, but I don't know. I've done a lot of things, and it's been a hell of a ride. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's always easy and it's not always fun, but looking back, I'm glad I volunteered. Those are the things that are going to put you out there. Those are the things that are going to make you sharper. You can sit there at your home station and never PCS one time, and that's as good as you'll ever be. If you're comfortable, you're not moving fast enough. That's the way I see it. If you're comfortable, you ain't moving fast enough, and then you ain't growing as a person.
Words from the goat. Y'all heard the goat. He put a signature on that one, man.
Think about it. Anytime you feel like you're sitting, if you feel like it's too easy right now, go do something. Go sign up for a college course. Go volunteer something. Go TDY. Do something.
I like how his advice was, you know, volunteer, do the most you can, and we're like, save your protein bars. Your protein
Don't save your protein bars. You get in trouble. You gotta eat them.
That's the economy in basic
peanut butter
training.
cups.
Yeah, people got busted. I found a peanut butter cup in somebody's.
I think it was Mosher.
It was I think it was after y'all left. It was in the.
Moshe was eating peanut butter.
It was in the laundry bag.
And I got pissed, and I told him, "Hey, you better throw those things away because."
Yeah, the smell was super strong.
In a laundry bag.
It was like
also, don't do nothing crazy. If you got some new people gonna watch this, don't be crazy in basic training. Come here, do what you're supposed to do. Just listen. It's not that hard. Don't think you're in prison. Don't start. Trade you these 2 protein bars for something. This is not the commissary, you know.
Yo.
Don't make dominoes and playing cards out of
that
cardboard.
was y'all, wasn't it?
Hey, no, we're not saying that. Shut up, bro.
They had a squadron over here. They done rigged up all the hangers because they got TVs in the day room. Y'all remember them TVs?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They put a hanger instead of TV, and they ran a bunch of hangers out the window and was in there watching TV and got caught.
No way.
Like, what are y'all doing?
That's amazing.
That is pretty
Yeah, they got in
good.
trouble. But y'all remember, you get checked every day, even on Sundays. Somebody's gonna come around. They're gonna catch you. Don't do it.
Mhm.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had me and Garcia we were not in bed yet, and we just heard click, and someone was they came through the back exit door, and you just saw their shadow. And then we were like, we just looked at him and just looked over and just disappeared into the other bay.
We were awake.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone had their little covers on their flashlights.
Yeah, that's what we do. Coming through the fire escape, sneak in
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hey, good questions though. It's really nice catching up with all of y'all too. And y'all been out of the basic training atmosphere so long that y'all know I'm here for you. If you ever have a question or I don't care what it is, an award package, EPRs, just anything, any advice I can give you, I will give it to you. Training
Appreciate it, Sergeant Hensey.
Training my replacements. I need y'all
Take a
to
few
take a couple
coins.
I leave
Definitely
off.
help with that.
So, Sergeant Hensey, they might call you for my security background check for the Army. So don't
Yeah.
just.
I remember you. I remember everything. Tell them. Tell them they
Way
better
too
have
many
the deals
details.
together when they call me too.
I appreciate that. Well, for all you gentlemen, thank you for joining. I hope to do another one of these with some more guys joining. It's been a while, but I still remember the bond that we created during that time. So thank you for joining tonight.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. When McMillan took me into the shower, man, he helped me out when I was injured. Can't let stuff go back to him, man.
No, this
He
doesn't
doesn't
sound
need to
familiar.
know.
Sorry, Hensey don't know about it.
Stop.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, guys. Good seeing y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, whatever you guys are doing, wherever you are in the world, good luck with everything. Keep in touch. Facebook is a great tool.
All right, you too,
Hit me up anytime. I hope to keep in touch with all of you guys.
Oh dear.
Got you, man. Y'all take
Good
care of
luck, man.
yourselves. Y'all
All
stay
right.
prayed up.
All right.
Be good. Keep your pillars together, man.
All right. Take care. Take care, boys.
Yeah. All right.
Take it easy.
See ya.